Three, two, one.
Blast off.
Got a blast. What's up? I just got done getting my hair cut.
He doesn't look all chia petty.
I know. I have to go like every couple of weeks now. Like literally 2.5 weeks in, I'm ready. I'm done. I need another haircut.
It's just wild.
So, I know. How's your day?
Been good. Nothing too
I like
exciting.
the shirt.
Thank you. Grandpoot.
Good. How was your lift? I saw you hit 185 on back squats.
I know. I went in today too. I was like, I'm gonna do legs, but I'm gonna do like hamstring focus. Like I'm not gonna squat this week. And then my buddy Adam was just like, "We squatting?" I said, "No, I'm not gonna squat." And then he talked me into it. I'm glad I did though, because I am trying to really work. Because by the
Real,
end of this year, I want to get 200. So I gotta get my knee to stop being wonky.
what is it doing exactly?
So I don't know if you remember, like when my knee would always hurt. I always I would like
Yeah,
favor it when I go too heavy. I pull it in. I don't know why,
yeah.
but because you used to yell at me all the time, you're like your knee. And so now that I haven't had any
When it,
problems for the last couple years, it's habit. When I start going too heavy, I notice that knee buckles in. And it's only my right one, and so I'm trying to like just keep telling myself even when I go heavy, because even that 185, it started to kind of buckle in, and I pushed it out. So I just got to remember like just keep pushing that knee out. So I think it's just habit
it's
from
good.
my old, like my knee hurting.
Yeah. Well, and you're very quad dominant too, so it
Yeah.
could be putting a little strain on the kneecap, the ligaments. I would maybe warm up the hamstrings really, really well before you go into it.
Oh yeah.
And then my only other thing is, I'm watching the video right now. When you're on the platform, don't be in your damn socks.
It's fine. It's
You're
fine.
gonna
Everything's fine.
slide.
I have not slid once in almost 3 years of being out here in socks. Boo.
All right, we'll
I'll be
see.
fine. But like I
We'll
don't have
wait.
any
We'll
knee
wait till
problems
I come
anymore.
out.
Like my knee doesn't hurt or anything. It's just I think it's just muscle memory of when it hurt
And
all the
it's the
time.
mental.
Yes. So when I go
Yeah,
heavy,
and
I
it's
think
the
I get
mental.
scared and I like am trying to favor that knee still, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have a problem with that knee anymore.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's the same thing with my shoulders. Like it's funny too because it's like I'll put like 185, 200 pounds on the bar, and it doesn't feel like hurt when I lift. But if I have like 95 pounds, 125, 135 on the bar, it doesn't feel comfortable. Like when I'm lifting, it just like it aches. And I'm like, what is it? I'm like, maybe it's just the brace. It's the initial brace that I have when I'm lifting heavier that I'm actually like holding onto the bar a little bit more, like my stabilizers. I don't know what it is, but it's more than likely it's just mental.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because I even hit legs last night.
I know you can lift heavy.
I hit legs last night for the first time in a couple of weeks. Like my foot was really, really bothering me for like the last like 2 weeks. So I went and bought some new work shoes, got some new work insoles. And then even last week I wore my Air Maxes to work every day and my feet were like on clouds. They were so comfortable.
I'll say you're on
Um,
your feet all the time though for work.
mhm. So I was like, dang. I was like, man. So then I was like, I'm gonna hit legs. I didn't go very heavy. Um, at all, but I just did everything time under tension, rest, pause, um, a lot of like just high volume but slow, like a 2 to 3 count down, pause, and then a 2 to 3 count up. And my legs burned so bad today. I caught such a big pump last night, and I was like, what the heck? Like, I'm finding now, like, going to the gym, like I was thinking about it too, like I would go every single day. Like even if I wasn't like training for myself, I was in the gym every day and then you get wrapped up like when you're in the middle. I was thinking about it like when you're in the middle of doing like stiff leg deadlifts, I'm over there curling
Yeah, you
and
never
I'm like,
stopped.
yeah. So now I'm like completely opposite. Like literally my routine is Mondays I go after work. Tuesdays, I take Tuesdays off. I've developed like this whole like pattern of doing stuff and like structuring my life more because I realized, like, I think I probably mentioned a couple episodes back that, like, ever since the kids got out of school and they're adults now, like, I don't have any structure whatsoever. Like, my life isn't structured at all, like, other than
You
knowing I
almost
have
have
to go to
to
work.
create your own structure.
Yes, yes. So it's like I get up, I go to work at like 6:30 in the morning on Mondays. I drink some coffee. Like I'm waking up 45 minutes to a half hour earlier. No phone, no social media, nothing. And I'm either just sitting in my bed stretching or I'm sitting in the living room drinking a cup of coffee afterwards. And I don't pay attention to nothing except for just waking up, you know, watching the sun rise up through the window and getting ready essentially. And then I get ready for work and then I go to work. So I'm saving money because I was spending like $7 a day on coffee after I tipped.
Dude.
And then I have my coffee. So about 9:30, 10, I got my first meal in now. So I'm eating 8-ounce beef patty with, 6 ounces of rice and some like sauteed onions. Then my next meal is the same, except for I add two more eggs in and I eat a bowl of fruit with it. And then I drink my pre workout at work around like 2:33, finish up all my paperwork, do a pre shift with my night crew, and then I come home, I get ready, I eat a banana, and I go to the gym. So Mondays I have on lock. And then on Tuesdays now I'm just coming home, cleaning, doing my laundry, doing whatever chores I have to do as an adult at my house. That way on my 2 days off, I can just relax and do whatever I
Mm-hmm.
want. But like I'm creating this structure now to where like I have no excuse. And then like, but within creating that structure and limiting my time on social media, I have like become more uh, I've had more sense of an urgency to want to go to the gym. Like, I actually want to train. Like, I'm like, ooh, or like I'll get home. Like one night, I ended up getting stuck at work until like 7 o'clock at night, and I was like, you know what? You already drank your pre-workout hours ago, but you had one more meal. Like, just go. And I went and I worked out. And it was only like 45 minutes, but it was like I woke up the next day and I was so sore,
Isn't that
and I
crazy?
was just like, but I made it count. And then I do the same thing like on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I'll eat my meals, do whatever I have to do, and then go to the gym. But it's nice to
You're
have that
actually
like structure
eating.
because I know like the yes, and like actually working out and training, and
Well, you probably feel better because you're
I have
eating
like
more
the
and you're fueling your body. So that makes you want to work out too because you're not
yeah,
like sluggish and tired and hungry and just blah.
yeah. Well, I have that drive again. Like I'm getting that itch. Like like I don't know. There's that one like reel somewhere where it's like burn out. It's that song. It's like burn out. It's just like when you're getting like the itch and it's like
Oh,
coming
yeah.
back, and that's how I feel. Like I'm just like, oh man, I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, well, if I can wake up at 5:30 in the morning, maybe I can drink pre-workout, get to the gym by 6:30, work out for an hour, hour and a half, and then go to work. Like that's my next goal, in as far as like taking it to the next step. Because I was like, if I can get my workout after out of the way before I go to work, as opposed to after work,
So then if
then I
you
can just eat
stay
the
late
rest of the
at
day.
work, you're not like, oh, I gotta go to the gym and it's late. Yeah, because that's how my work
Yeah,
schedule is. I never know when I'm home. So it's like sometimes I have to just get up
yeah,
earlier and go to the gym early in the morning, even though it sucks some days.
literally. What have you been watching lately?
What do you mean? Oh, TV wise? Like show wise?
Any any shows? Yeah. Besides your scary movies.
SpongeBob. I swear to God. As a kid, it's not that we weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob, but it always annoyed my mom. And I was like, I'm just going to see what this is all about because I've never really watched SpongeBob before. So I've been watching that.
That's so
I do
funny.
need to finish The Penguin, though. I started that show. Randall wasn't that into it, so I'm just going to finish it without him. Oh, I did finish
Why
Agatha
was that?
All Along. I actually really like that show.
You want to talk about that first?
Agatha. Did you finish it?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was actually really good.
I actually liked it. I liked it more than WandaVision.
Yeah. story wise, plot wise, adapting the comic books to live action, all that stuff was cool.
Yeah. I like the actress they
Yeah,
have for Agatha. I forget her name, but she killed it.
yeah, she did really, really well.
And
Yeah,
what's her face from?
yeah.
Why am I spacing on people's names? You know what I'm talking about. From
Oh, Aubrey Plaza.
yes, Aubrey Plaza. She is good too.
Yeah, I I love Aubrey Plaza.
I do
She
too.
is my celebrity crush.
She's
She
awesome.
is. If
She
I could
definitely
shoot
killed
my
it.
shot with one celebrity, she'd be the one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But I liked the show a lot. Like I said, I liked the plot. I liked the adaptation. Um, I'm curious to see where it's going to go. I hope that in the Vision Quest show that they're going to do, if they bring, for people that haven't seen it, you should pause or go at least 20
Spoiler alert.
seconds ahead. Uh, Billy and them in that one and see where it goes. But also
Yeah.
too, like, are they still trying to tie in the Young Avengers? You know, um, but I really, really liked it. It
I
was
did too.
weird too because it was like my Disney Plus wouldn't let me watch it. Like after like the fourth episode, it just kept glitching out, kept glitching out. I was just like, what the heck? I'm like, why won't it? Like it would go halfway through the episode and then it would just stop.
Hmm.
It was so weird. But I
For
finished it.
witchcraft.
So yeah, literally. I was like, ooh, I was like, this is somebody's telling me not to divulge into it. How far into Penguin are you?
One episode.
You're
Literally the
only
first.
one.
I know. I've only watched the
Okay,
first episode.
so listen. So that's what I was wondering too, because I was like, how does Randall not like this? Like, this show
Like,
is so
I think he
freaking
would.
good.
I think he's just not in the mood for that. I don't know. But it is definitely
So
more of
good.
his
Okay,
alley. But I asked him, I was like, well, can I finish it without you? He's like, yeah, sure. But I'm like, all right. And then I got onto
what?
Agatha All Along, so now I'm gonna start the Penguin.
Yeah.
Because I think the season
When we
finale
get
is
off
supposed to
here,
be started,
yeah,
right?
next
Yeah.
week. Yeah, this Sunday. When we get off of here, I'm literally gonna message him and be like, "Bro, you need to watch The Penguin."
Like, just suck it
Because
up and kill me.
first of all, I'm not even that big of a DC fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't really care for like DC. Like, however,
Because you're wrong.
the TV shows, the TV shows are very, very well written. Um, the character development that you're getting to see with Oz, uh, just the score of the show, the grittiness of the show,
Mm-hmm.
like the underbelly. Um, they haven't even mentioned the Batman.
Yeah.
There's no anything with him, which is
Like, it's
so cool
only
because you would
Penguin
think
story.
that they would. Yes, it's like, and it just like to see his origin and all this stuff. Like it's really really cool. Like it is my Sunday tradition right now. Like I literally will go get off of work, come home, make dinner, and sit down and watch that before I go to sleep.
And see, I think for him too, I think
Like,
like he loves the Marvel shows and the movies, and he's very involved in
yeah,
those characters. And he just, I don't know. I
yeah,
think same thing. Like DC's not his thing. I mean, he's not really into that stuff anyways. Whereas like I love DC and I like
yeah,
those characters, so I'm already like emotionally attached to them, and I am excited to see Penguin
yeah,
and all that. Where he's just like, eh. But I'm like, story wise, it's still you don't have to be that into it. I don't know.
yeah. To see like the Falcons and the Maronis fighting for territory,
Hmm.
and see that part because you know that they're villains in the comic books, you know that they're villains in the shows or the movies, but they have like just like a base around these villains, and setting up potential other villains for like the future movie or whatnot. Like
Hmm.
it's really, really good. I liked Peacemaker though a lot too. Peacemaker was
Yes.
hilarious.
Yes.
It was
I'm like still
very
waiting for
well
season 2.
written.
Like, where are we at?
Yeah, like, and that's where I'm kind of afraid though, because I'm like, can you duplicate that success of
Hmm.
Peacemaker? Like that was so good and so funny. Um,
But like, also back to Penguin thing. That new Batman show that came out, the cartoon. I don't know if you've
yeah,
seen it. So I watched the first episode. I
though,
think it's on Amazon. Um, so it's supposed to be like whatever the old school one. But anyways, I didn't finish it because they changed all the characters. Like Penguin's a girl,
what do you mean?
and like
They try to
not
go
that I
woke?
have, yeah, not that I'm against like black characters, but they changed Barbara and the commissioner to black characters. And I'm like, but that's just not. There's black characters in DC and Batman that we can use. But so yeah, so they totally changed it. I'm just like, so then when they came out with the Penguin show, I'm like, this, yes, this is what I'll watch.
Are they are they trying to say maybe like it's another universe, like a different like universe
Maybe,
of Batman? So maybe that's why they changed the characters. Because
maybe,
that's the only thing that would make sense, you know. But you can't mess with the old classic Batman Beyond,
yeah.
like the theme song, the intro, just everything about it, you know. Um,
No, maybe I'll look more into
but
it. 'Cause maybe
yeah,
it is
I
a different universe. Because if it's a different universe, and okay, I get it. But like at the same
possibly,
time, like let's just
you know,
I didn't like Penguin as a girl. I was like, this is
yeah.
not no, get her out of
Yeah,
here.
I don't want to. Yeah, literally. What they did they try to make her like ugly sexy?
Yes, yes. 100%. Like she had the big nose. She was a bigger woman. She was tall, but then she was like in this her little penguin outfit, like a little leotard, and she's almost doing
Yeah,
like a burlesque thing and stuff. And I'm like,
yeah,
no, what is this? But then like then the actual penguin show, I'm like, he's penguin. This is penguin. Like, get out of here.
yeah.
Like he's a gangster.
Listen, if you're gonna make a female penguin, I want her to be short. I want her to be chunky and ruthless. You know what I
Right?
mean? Like straight up, like lean heavily on that. I hate when they try to do like sexy roles in like in a gender swap. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
come on. You know what I mean? Like it's like the masculine women when they're trying to make them into action people. Like one
Yeah.
thing that you loved about Sigourney Weaver is they showed how frail and small she was. I mean, her first scene, she's in her damn chonies, and you can see that she obviously doesn't have very much muscle tone, which isn't a problem, but you're showing that it's the inner strength that makes her a badass. It's her willingness and her heart that makes her strong, not her physical appearance. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where, like, a lot of movies when they're trying to do this, that's where they make it hard. Like they make this actress who's 5'1", not making fun of you, Mariah, because I know you're only 5 foot, um try to beat up on this 6 foot man that's 245 pounds and make it believable. And it's like, no, like, come on, dude. Doesn't mean that you couldn't, but the odds are, you know. Are you there?
Yeah.
It just
It's
lost connection for some reason. That
yeah, it
was
said you,
weird.
but my Wi-Fi's on. I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Could be the weather.
But I did. I love. Yeah. How's the weather been out there?
Rainy and gloomy, but I love it.
Yeah. Is it weird? I was thinking about it too. Like, is it weird that I'm more motivated when it's cold and raining to go to the gym? Like, the winter time is my time. Like, I love going to the gym when it's the winter time.
Yeah,
And
I'm
then
the
it's just
same
like,
way.
is it the end? Like, why is it? Like, I just love it. Like, I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna
Because I
fucking
feel like when it's
kill it.
cold and dark, I don't know. And then you go in and you get all hot and stuff, and but it's okay. But during summer, it's
Yeah.
like it's hot when you leave the gym, and then you're hot and sweaty and gross, and it's just like,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. I was sweating profusely last night for hitting legs. Like I was breathing heavy. I just like I don't know what it was, but it just like ignited in me, and I was just dripping. And I was like, I haven't sweat this much in so long. I was like, and then going outside and it's cold and it's super windy right now in town. I was like, ooh, I'm chilly. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like
maybe
hitting
next
all the
time.
sweat.
Yeah, literally, I was like, next time I'm just gonna sit for like 20 minutes and let myself cool down and like drink a shake or something. But
Yeah.
man, I'm like, I don't know. Did you watch Joker too?
The musical one?
Yeah.
No, I still need to watch the first one.
You haven't watched the first one?
No. No. I know. I don't know why either. I just keep forgetting about it. And then it just like got so long and I don't think about it anymore until somebody says something. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to watch that. Yeah, I know. I know.
You are a fake DC fan. Well, listen,
I think I'm just
watch that
over all the
one.
different Jokers. I think that's honestly why I didn't watch
Yes,
it in the beginning because I'm
yes.
just like, can we just stick with one dude? Like, I love what's his face as Joker, even though no one else really did, but I don't know. I liked him. Whatever his name is.
Um, who?
The guy from 30 Seconds to Mars. I forget his name. The
You
one in
liked
Suicide Squad.
Jared Leto?
Yes, I liked him a lot as Joker. I liked that Joker.
You're gonna tell me you're a liberal next. What the fuck is going on? Oh, I don't.
I thought
I
he
don't
did.
even. I don't even know you anymore.
I mean, I loved what's his face. I can't. Why can I not think people's names right now? Heath Ledger. I loved him
Jared
as Joker
Leto. Heath
too.
Ledger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like a great
Yeah.
Joker. But I liked Jared Leto's Joker. I liked how they went. They did that little twist. I don't know.
Blah 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 blah. Okay, I like the character. I don't like Jared Leto. That's more than likely what it
Okay.
is.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
You know. Um, that's probably what it is. And again, it's a different universe, so it's a different take.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't think you got enough character development because
No.
I do like the unedited version of Suicide Squad way more than the edited version.
Well, they're
Um,
supposed to have a whole backstory for him that they cut out. They cut out a lot of his story, and so that made people not really like him because I'm like, yeah, like you said, he doesn't have any character development. Just like why
yeah,
people hate Ray, she doesn't have any character development at all. Like you have to have that
yeah,
character development. Have to.
yes. However, they could have built character development between episode 7 and episode 8
For
by
sure.
fleshing her story out in comic books, um, novels, something like that. And it was too fast. Everything was done too fast with Ray. Everything always comes back to Star
Did
Wars, I
you
swear.
see they just announced that they're making 3 more movies for Star Wars?
I
I was just reading
Tyler
about
hit
it.
me up earlier about it. Yeah, Tyler messaged me earlier.
I'm not even excited. That's so sad.
No,
I'm
and like
just
I
like,
told him too, there is so much EU lore that they could go off of. Now, here's the only thing that I could see that would make it good. Thrawn is coming back. We know that, right? So, in the Mando movie, is Thrawn going to win and create a new threat? And that's who they're going to battle in the next 3 movies
that'd be wild. Yeah,
because
because
that
they
would
said
be
that it's not
cool.
supposed to be the Skywalker saga, so they're, which I'm like, yeah, you guys can't really pull anything from that anymore,
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah. And I mean, let's face it, you're going to get a lot of backlash. Like people do not like Mark Hamill right now.
Well, and then
So
people are already backlashing Skeleton Crew, and it hasn't even come out yet. I mean, like, people are just going to be mad about anything, anyways.
the best description of Skeleton Crew is when somebody said it's Goonies and
Yes.
Goonies for Star Wars in
I'm going to
Star
go
Wars.
in with
And
that mindset, and I'm also going in with it being more
uh,
towards kids. Like this
yeah,
show's going to be for the kids. It's a different
yes,
time. It's not,
yes.
lightsabers and all that. But it looks cute. I thought it looked fun. I'm
The
hoping.
Ewok movies is a
Yes.
perfect example.
Yeah.
Okay. For some people, the Ewok movies was the first thing that they watched of Star Wars. And then they got into Star Wars. And us older people, oh, I can hear your chickens
They're
and
going
roosters.
crazy right now. I'm like, what is going on with them? My
I wonder if
roosters,
there's like
man.
a
I know. I'm
fox
like,
or
I'm
something
hoping.
outside.
Mm,
Um,
they'll warn the bitches.
but this is going to be for the next generation. And sorry, I lost my train of thought for a minute. It's the ADD. Um, for older people like us, yeah, they're going to hate it. You know what I mean? Especially like dudes. Dudes are going to be like, I don't want to watch no damn kids, blah, 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 blah. This is what you would be watching with your kids right now.
Mm-hmm.
And a majority of older people that aren't like hardcore fans like us, that's how they're gonna watch it. And
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna build a bond with their kids, and they're gonna bond with their kids over this, and their kids are gonna fall in love with Star Wars, and then they're gonna create the next generation of collectors.
Yep.
You know, because
And
I was
slowly
okay.
introduce them
So
to the ones that you love and stuff. But you got to start
yes,
somewhere with the new
yes,
generation.
yeah. So when we did the collab, um, with Tyler, and I was telling him how I was like, yeah, I didn't even buy the Acolyte action figures, and he was just like, damn, that's how you know the show's not good. I was thinking about it. I was like, I didn't buy the figures, but for some kids, this is gonna be their Star Wars. The shows and everything that they're watching on Disney Plus, this is gonna be the start of their fandom. So
Mm-hmm.
therefore, in 10 or 15 years, when they're going to want to start collecting the stuff from their childhood, that's going to be the stuff that they're going to go towards first. And there's not going to be a very large selection of it because people like myself that are older didn't buy it and didn't keep it.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that are buying it are the younger kids who are like, oh, I want, Saul, I want this and that. And they're going to be the ones that open it up. So if you do find them, they're going to be like heavily weathered and stuff and
Yeah.
played with.
Well,
So I
just
was
like with
like,
my generation, like I grew up with all the prequel toys and all those action figures my mom got us. And that's what was my first.
mm-hmm,
Because, I mean, yes, I watched the
yeah,
original trilogy, but we didn't have the figures or anything for that. We wanted the toys from the
yeah,
prequels. I wanted all of that.
yes. You wanted the Almadalas and the Jar Jar
Yes.
Binks, and
Yes.
that's why so many. And it's funny too because you and I are literally 10 years and like 2 weeks apart, like damn near to it to
For
like
real.
the day. You know what I mean? So you see that generational gap between us, and I know I've said this before too. Like going over to an ex girlfriend's house, and her roommate was like, "Oh, I love Star Wars too." Like so and so. She was telling me you like Star Wars. I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." Like, who's your favorite character? And he's like, "I loved Jar Jar Binks. He was hilarious." And I was just like, mm. But then again,
Prequel kid.
yes, you know what I mean? Like, so for somebody in their 30s, they're not like, oh, like, yeah, but we are a perfect example of that because certain
For real.
characters that I found annoying, you liked.
I loved,
So,
yeah. Because I was a
hmm
kid when they came out. I was literally
yeah,
7, I think, when the first movie came
yeah.
out. So to me, I was like, this is so
hmm
cool. Jar Jar's so cute. Which
So
I,
now I'm
even
having,
though I would love to see Jar Jar bad, like going the Sith route, looking
yeah,
back as a 7-year-old, I think that would have devastated me like more than like the whole Vader thing. Because it's like the kids really
yeah.
did love Jar Jar, and then to see him go evil, I think it would have made kids really not happy.
But how good of a story and twist would have that been? You
It
know
would have
what
been
I
so
mean? Like,
good. Like the
it
dumb
would have been
character
a
just turns.
Yeah, and it would have been a great life lesson for
Yeah,
kids
that's
that
true.
like no matter how good somebody seems, there's always evil in someone.
Yes.
Um, so I'm having collector's guilt right now, and I feel guilty for not buying them, but I also would feel more guilty if I bought them because they're on clearance right now. Like they're trying to get rid of anything acolyte. Like Saul and whatever what was it? May and what?
Oh, May.
OSHA?
OSHA.
May's character? Yeah, OSHA, May, and Saul came out in a wave with one of the HK droids and a Dark Trooper. The Dark Trooper and the HK droid are full price at Walmart, but if you scan the Acolyte figures, they're coming up as $5.
Oh shit.
they're already on clearance. Those figures in particular are on clearance right out the gate, and it's just like, damn, dude. So I'm like,
Get
should
rid of
I
them.
buy them and just and hold on
Hold
to
on
them
to them.
for this specific reason? I was like, man, but then also too, I was like, I can't spend my money to buy something I
If
didn't
I can
like.
acolyte.
If 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 they end up coming out with a stranger action figure, I'll buy him definitely. Like I
He was a
liked
good
him.
character. Yes.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
character was very good. So it is sucked that
yeah,
the show went the way that it did because it's like you had a lot of potential
yes.
with his, at
Well,
least his
and
character.
yeah, and like I told my friend Jen at work too. I told her because she was just like, I absolutely am not going to watch it. I was like, if you start at like the last 10 minutes of what was it like episode 4 or episode 3 when he gets revealed, if you start right there
Mhm.
and watch the rest of it, you can save yourself a ton of time. You don't have to watch episode 1, 2, and 3 because they go back to episode 1, 2, and 3
Yeah, for real.
in the
And the
later
other ones.
episodes. So you can, yeah, because she's all about Sith. Like she loves the dark
Yes.
side. She loves Maul. You know, Knights of the Old Republic is her favorite lore. Like she loves Malik and Revan and Malgus and all that. So I was like, you would like that because I did like that part. I think you should see that. Like, it would be so cool to see like the rise of the Sith and how they dominated and took over and the war, and then show that like good guys lose.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Well, it's even my old coworker at Tractor Supply is a huge Star Wars fan. He's probably a little older than you, but he was telling me about it last time I was in there. He's like, "Yeah, I got to like episode 4," and he's like, "I'm just done." I said, "Just watch episode 5. Just watch that episode."
Yeah.
I said, "Please." I said, "Just for the lightsaber duels." I said, "You're gonna love it. I promise you. After that, you don't have to even finish it." He's like, "Okay, okay,
Yes.
I'll watch it." Because he's like, after the 4th episode, I was just done. I said, "Just one more episode. You can get through it." And I was like, "It's all just fighting.
Yeah.
It's great."
Yeah. If you took away all of the negativity that focused around the show and Leslie Hadling, whatever her name is, and the actress, and how they pushed their own agenda. If you took that away, you would have been able to enjoy it probably a little bit more. But also, too, their budget was so ridiculously high. I'm
It
like,
was so high
where?
for that. Like, that's what we got out of that budget.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
where
I'm
was the
just like,
money?
what the
Like, in
heck?
what?
Yeah.
What? Like, no.
I love the fight scenes. The
Yeah, the fight scenes
choreography
were
for the fight
great.
scenes
Whoever
was
that
great.
person that I forget the guy's name, but
Yeah,
he did amazing with that.
yeah.
And they all
I
did
loved
amazing executing it.
the kill scenes were so ruthless. They were some of the most
Creative.
ruthless. Yes, they were some of the most ruthless kill scenes in Star Wars.
When he pulled that
Like
second
any of
guy to the
and
saber, I was like, that is genius.
I was like, and he was so unorthodox. Like
Yes.
you could, there's different for people that don't know. There's different fight stances, and there's different ways that they fought uh, as Jedi, and there's like like stance A, stance B, or whatever. And he was so unorthodox, you couldn't pick up on it, and that's why he was able to like demolish all of them. And then like him only having the slight slit in his helmet, relying on more of the Force, made him even more radical, and just all around it was good. What'd you
Yeah.
dress up for Halloween? Did you even dress up this year?
Yeah, it was Reggie Rocket. I got the costume because we were supposed to
Oh,
go to
that's
Halloween
right. That's right.
party at my coworker's house, and the day of, I worked a long night before that, and then I had my 7 to 3 shift, and by the time it was like 11 o'clock in the afternoon, she texted me, "So you still gonna come?" I said, "Girl, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna go home, pass out," and I did. I showered and I went to bed. I was so tired, so I got
Yeah,
the costume because I was like, I want a costume that I'm gonna wear. Like, I'll wear the pants, I'll wear the t-shirt, I'll wear the shoes. Like, I need something that
yeah,
just in case I don't go to the party and I didn't go. But yeah,
yeah.
I had fun, like dressing up as her at least.
That's good. What do people in Ohio say about your green hair?
I don't get any negativity, really. I mean, I get looks sometimes, but Everyone's pretty nice about it. Most people tell me, like, there's this a couple people at the gym, especially this one girl. She's that typical, just tall, like she's beautiful, she's blonde, so sweet, so nice, but she's just like anybody else. She's like, I would not like that on them, but like for some reason, you just pull it off and you just look so great with it. And so I get that a lot. They're like, it matches you, whereas somebody else, when they see walk around like that, they're like, it just doesn't match them. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Somebody told me yesterday that my hair reminds them of Baja Blast. I was like, that's great.
Oh, dude, that would have been perfect. You could have did like a dome, a clear dome, and then your hair would have been the Baja Blast with a
Yes.
straw.
Oh,
That would have been so funny.
that would have been
And
so
then
funny.
do like the retro 90s colors for
Cup. Or
your
yeah, like
yeah.
outfit. Oh,
Oh,
that would have been so funny.
man.
Mm,
I got the yawners.
I know, because it's so late over there.
1 o'clock in the afternoon. I know last night you messaged me and I was like, what are you doing up so late, young lady?
Did I? What did I message you?
Yeah. I don't know. It was like around like probably like 7 o'clock my time. So I was like, she's up late.
Yeah, I didn't have to work today, so I stay up on the days. When I
That's
got 2
funny.
days off in a row, I'm like, I don't care when I go to bed.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I've been hella good about collecting. I've passed up on so many things. I'm just like, no, I don't need that. No, I don't need
Saving the
that.
money.
Really good. Yeah. Um, they dropped a bunch of, I don't know if I sent you a picture over Snapchat. They dropped a bunch of Mandalorian from season 3. Like a couple of them were the Shriek-Hawk battalion. Well, one of them came in from Target and he was missing the silver stripe on his helmet. So I was like, factory error. And then I had to go to Chico and go buy the right one. So that I have the right one.
Did you get the one with the factory error or no?
I have the factory error one and I have
Oh,
the
okay.
regular one.
Gotta have both of them.
You kidding? I do. I have to. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah.
Those
You know
ones
what
that
you
have the
can
errors, though, I feel like they always end up like way down the road. People always want them.
Yeah. And like, cause like I even told Yak Face on Instagram, I was like, I have a variant. I said to him, he was like, oh wow, we haven't seen that yet. Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I
Hell
have
yeah.
it.
Um, my favorite thing to do lately is to go on Facebook Marketplace and comment on people's overpriced action figures.
Oh my gosh. Girl, that's not worth it. Wrong.
And just comment like, it's about $20 worth of figures. That's overpriced by $30. It's overpriced by 100.
Oh my gosh.
It was like, my profile picture is like me in like a nice button-up shirt and looking like a dork, and
Thought,
they're
who's
probably
this
like, "Who the
fool?
hell is
You're
this
like, I'm an
guy?"
expert. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm like, well, actually, that came out in 1999, and it's only worth about 125.
Oh my gosh.
But it is, it's so fun. And then my other favorite thing to do is look at people that sell mirrors.
How they like try to like picture the mirrors. Yeah. I have done that before because it's so funny. It's always like the older people too. And it's just like, what are you doing?
I'm just like, so I'll go on Marketplace and I just type in mirrors, and then I just love the different stances, or like this stuff that you pick out in the background. And then like I was sitting there thinking to myself like, damn, Manuel, like what is wrong with you? Like this is what you're finding entertaining. Like
Your
you
guilty
don't go
pleasure.
out. Yeah, you don't go out, you don't socialize really. Like I don't hang out with nobody. I hang out with like one person and that's it. Other than working out. I'm just
Is it a
like,
female?
but it's a friend.
Mm, okay.
So, um, but I don't do shit, dude. And I'm just like, but this has been like my current like hobby, I guess you
You
could
want to
say.
hear a scandal out here? It's not really a
But
scandal, kind of. But, like nothing happens out here and people think, stuff does.
mhm.
So up the road, I guess they're like an Amish family or a Mennonite family that moved in. I don't know, but it's a husband and wife and a son. I think I've seen them out and about. The girl I work for, like she lives 10 minutes up the road, so I always pass these people's house, and she's like, yeah, they
Yeah.
moved here, and she's like, they're growing a bunch of weed in the shop, and they have cows, so they're doing shrooms and all this. Like, and people from the city are always coming down the road now, my quiet road, and now they're blasting music all through the night. She's like, so who knows what else they have in there? But she's like, you know that barn out there, it's full of weed, and they're growing that shroom with those cow patties. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, really? She's like, that's just what I've heard down the grapevine. But she's like, they do. They blast
That is,
rap music. I was all, maybe they're not really Amish or Mennonite then. She's like, maybe.
yeah. Yeah. That's so funny.
But
Dude,
it's
it's
like,
20, you should tell her it's 2024. Mushrooms don't get grown under cow patties anymore.
right.
They get grown in a lab, honey. Um,
Oh, it was funny though.
Paradise, Paradise has a shrooming colony started up there, like a legit like
Oh, I believe
business
it.
getting started up there. One of my employees left and went to work for them.
Huh.
I was like, okay.
Have fun. Bye.
That's so funny though.
And
You
I
should
was
just like
dying.
drive by really, really slow.
But now, like, I
Or
am going to be
just
looking. Like, every day when I go to work, I'm gonna be peeking
yeah.
over there. But I'm just thinking, too, that was like an everyday thing over in, California. Like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
everyone's growing weed out there.
Yeah. Literally everybody from
Mm-hmm.
20 years old to
Yeah,
75 years
I mean,
old.
when I was a child, when I was 18, 19, like, we grew weed in my backyard.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I was older than that. I was like 20, 21, 22. Yeah, my roommate, he had like 6 plants out there. Like, I don't know, everybody did it.
Yeah. Literally.
But anyways,
Hilarious. That's so funny. Oh, dude, you're just like, you have to be like driving really slow and then you got your psychedelic hair. You're like, you all got the mushrooms.
I heard some things, guys, down the grapevine.
Like, hey, if they're Mennonites, they make good bread.
Like, can I get a loaf of bread with that? Please. Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious. You want to do Star Wars conversations?
Oh my god, yeah. I totally forgot about that. It's been way too long.
I know. I worked so much. Like, my life's not as busy anymore. Like, I only work like 80 to 85 hours a week now. So,
Only 80 to 85 hours?
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
not too
I don't
bad.
remember what side we're. I think we're on this side. No. What is this?
While you're looking for the cards, it's so funny. I've had like 4 or 5 different people at work come up to me and be like, "Hey, you have a podcast?" And I'm like,
Maybe.
"Yeah." And they're like, "Yeah, we like randomly came across it over YouTube." And I was just like, "Yeah, cool. Like, well, if you want to watch, you can watch. You know what I mean?" They're like, well, what's it about? I'm like, bodybuilding and Star Wars and anything else. So they were like, "Huh." And then some girl posted. I'm friends with her on Facebook. I don't quite know how I know her, um, but she's into like athletics and she's actually competing and stuff. She's been doing bikini, but it was funny though because she posted you on her story, and
Me?
I'm assuming she has like an Instagram.
Oh,
Um,
I know. I thought you were talking about. Why am I blanking her name? Yeah, I know who she is.
yeah, and I was just like, hey, that's my best friend, and then she just hearted it and was like, yeah, LOL. So
God, I forgot her name.
I don't remember her
Yeah,
name.
but she commented
Pretty,
on mine.
pretty, yeah, pretty blonde, really fit.
Because she asked
So
me a couple years ago when she first got into the show, she asked if I would be interested in training her. I said, girl, I'm letting you know right now. I said, because I was over here already. I said, that's going to be way hard. I was like, for somebody not as experienced either. I was like, I've never trained. I mean, I've trained for a show and I have experience from you. Like, I'm sure I could do it, but not cross country like that.
yeah,
So I just gave her directions to go to and talk to and all that.
yeah.
Because I was like, I can't be doing that, girl. Sorry. Okay, I found 3.
Okay,
Ooh. We'll start with an easy one. Creatures.
okay.
Would you rather ride a rancor or a bantha?
Rancor.
Same.
It's more
Because they're
badass.
like puppies. They're like dogs.
Yeah,
At least that's what they made them
yeah,
seem like in the Book of Boba Fett.
yeah. That and Bad Batch.
Did they? Oh yeah, they were in Bad Batch.
Have you heard anything about Filoni developing another animated series?
No, is he?
So, yeah, supposedly, like it's in development right now. Somebody's speculating that it's going to be like something to do with like the clones and like liberating all the other clones and stuff like that. Like, yeah,
He's got a very attachment, like a special attachment to the clones and all that.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's cool. He does a good job.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Hmm.
Number 2, the galaxy. Okay, you can speak Shirwook, however you say that, the Wookiee language. How do you say your name in the Wookiee language?
I don't know.
I just want to see if you would try to talk like a Wookiee.
I would probably break it up into two different syllables. I
Yeah,
don't
would you?
know.
Would you just scream it?
I don't know how I would.
That was kind of a throwaway card just because of that. Okay, what's this one? Oh, I don't remember picking this one. You can live in the Star Wars galaxy, but there's a catch. You can't be human. Which alien species do you pick? I guess any. Well, no, it would be alien.
Hmm.
Hard one.
You can live in the Star Wars universe, but
You can't be human.
I wouldn't be a Twi'lek because they're just slaves to the galaxy in one form or another. I'd probably be a Mon Calamari, given how big my head is. I
Calamari.
could live on. No, I would do, yeah, maybe. I'm built like I'm built like a Gamorrean guard, so I'm gonna go a
Oh my
Gamorrean
gosh.
guard.
What is Snoodles?
I
Is that her
don't
name?
know.
Do they ever say what she is?
Oh, I would be whatever Yoda's creatures are.
An unknown one.
Yeah, I'd be that.
Oh my gosh, I want to see if Snoodles has a name.
Or I'd be a death. I'd be one of the brothers from Dathomir, like Maul. That's what I would be.
Hallowwick. See, that's what I want to be, something like that.
Yeah, I'd be whatever Maul's people
Because they're badass. Okay, last one.
are. Ooh, they
What?
just announced the 6-inch Black Series Savage Press from the Clone Wars, and it looks so sick. Like, I'm
Oh my
not
god,
collecting the
does
Black
it?
Series, but I'm gonna get that one. Yeah,
Oh my god, 6 inches?
badass. Pretty badass.
Is it?
Hmm.
Nerd. Just kidding. Okay. Technology. You have a special comm link that you can connect you to just one Star Wars character. Who do you choose to talk to? Well, that's easy. Anakin.
I'd pick Yoda because he's got 900 years worth of stories.
Yoda's a little sketchy though.
I know.
I pick Anakin because I'm like just leave her. Like you don't need her. And then he probably wouldn't turn into Darth Vader. Come on, I would have saved him.
He would have turned.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I liked that one. That one looked pretty good too.
Right. We're like getting
How,
real low on the deck. We only have this many left, and some of
damn.
them are stupid.
How would you say your name in Wookiee?
Like you would have to know how to speak. Wookiee in order to even know how to say your name. So that question
Literally.
is just. And do people know that? Like, you know how some people know, whatever that Klingon, like it's a whole language. Like, are there
Yeah,
people out there that there's a whole language that they actually can speak that? I wonder and learn that.
probably.
Hmm.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah,
Links in the bottom
yeah.
description.
It's been too long. I don't know what we say at the end of this.
May the force be with you.
Always. Peace out, Girl Scout.
Bye.
Bye.
May the force be with you.